Hello YouTube, it's Carlos the Rook, and I'm bringing you round two that I played at Chess Zone, my favorite place to play. Get in the zone with Chess Zone. And in round two, I'm playing Doc Shift. He's rated 1473, and I'm rated 1658. So he started off e4, c5, going into the Sicilian, knight f3, d6, bishop c4, this is the Sultan attack. So e6 to just neutralize the bishop, knight c3, and in my prep, I got a6 followed by b5. But for some reason, I did not play prep, and I went off into a different line. Knight c6, developing the knight. d3, close Sicilian. And here I start the a6 with the idea of b5, hitting the bishop with the idea of going knight a5 and getting the bishop pair. He goes a3 to give his bishop room to go to bishop a2. I go knight f6, bringing the knight out. He castles. Bishop e7, preparing the castle. Once again, I should have went b5. Bishop f4. And I was thinking of d5 ideas. Take, hit the bishop. Bishop fade back that way. But that was wrong. So now I castle. Queen d2, connecting the rooks. Bishop d7. Bishop go to e3. And here I go knight e8. And my idea was g6 and knight into g7. He go d4. I take. He takes. And the engine wants knight e5 here, hitting at the bishop. But I thought f4 would be coming with tempo. So I didn't do that. I take. He takes. And now I go rook c8. Once again, the engine wants b5 here. It wants b5. It's screaming play b5. This is a Sultan attack. You're supposed to play b5. He go bishop b3, dropping the bishop back. And now I go bishop c6, hitting at the e pawn. And here he goes f4. His idea is f5 and cracking open. So I bring the knight back to put pressure on the e pawn. He brings the rook over. And as you can see, the idea is a rook lift to put pressure on the king side. So I go queen d7, preparing for the f5 move. He goes f5, and I make a crucial mistake. The engine just wants rook c to e8, because if the e file comes open, then a rook will come. Let him take, don't I take. Because then that way the bishop still is not pressuring as much. So I made a fundamental error of taking here. And now the bishop comes back to life, as you can see. The bishop is staring right at my king. So he takes back. The engine didn't like that. It wanted rook captures f5. And the idea is you got to go king h8. And if knight captures e4. Hold on. Knight captures e4 on this line. Knight captures e4. Queen captures f5. So you can't do that. So king h8 in this line, and the rook's double O here. That's what the engine wanted. But this line, knight captures e4, that's that. Queen captures f5. So you can't take that. It wanted queen f4 instead of even taking back. And as the knight go back to f6, that's just ugly. Rook e3 with the idea of coming over to g3. And if you go d5 trying to shut off the bishop, then rook take, bishop captures f6, bishop captures, check, and you just get mated. So here, instead of taking the rook back, it wants queen c7 to trade off the queens. It's just queen g5. And if you take, here, queen here, and the mate's coming. So that's brutal. Brutal tactics, brutal combinations here. So that's why rook captures f5 was better than e captures f5. So I dropped the knight to e8, and I have equality. And so you go rook e2. He almost went rook E3. If he would have did that, bishop G5 skew was the rook and queen, but he caught himself. So I go bishop F6 to trade dark square bishops. We trade. And now he go rook E3 with the idea of swinging the rook to G3. And I just king H8, sidestep it, and I'm great. That's all I got to do. King H8, sidestep it. The knight protects the H7 pawn, and I'm gravy. Just gravy. But I don't do that. I go rook on C to E8. Now he go rook G3. And his idea is king H8, rook takes, king takes, queen here, check. You come here, check, step over, and then you just get mated. So that's his idea. So I go knight H5 to stop that idea. And here he found a great move. Rook G5. I thought he was going to play rook H3, but rook G5 is great. And without even properly calculating, I just play G6 to protect the knight, but that doesn't work. He played F captures G6, and here I seen if I take this, the rook takes this, capture, the knight fades back, then the queen comes here and is mating the next move. And if the rook takes and you step over, it's mate right here. So it's a mating pattern. So because I seen that, instead of taking back, I went rook E5. And my idea is if you take the rook, you take my knight, my rook take you. If you take the rook here, pawn take here, and the queen takes, bishop takes, and the position holds. But it doesn't. The reason it doesn't is because what he played, G captures F7 check. I step over, check. You have to take. And he promotes with a queen and it's checkmate. That was a brutal way to lose. Absolutely brutal. Great game played by Doc Schiff. Absolutely fantastic way to close out a game. I should have played B5 and played my opening prep, but I wanted to play something different and I was punished for it. I learned my lesson. Stick with your prep. Your prep is your prep for a reason. Follow what you know and get your result. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the stream. It's absolutely free. Tell your friends and family about it. Let's grow the channel. Have a nice day. Goodbye.